What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with part 2 of my Monique Samuels Deceptions, Deflections, and Distractions tour that we are on. Shout out to Monique Samuels, honey. Okay, a lie don't care who tell it, okay? And Monique don't mind telling no lies, honey, okay? In this part 2, you guys, she will continue her interview that she did with her supporters, honey. So I'm going to let her speak, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
My family, and more importantly, I can't disappoint my kids. When my son woke up this morning, he's my 7-year-old, and he is so smart, and we don't let him watch the show, but he listens to conversations and he puts things together. And he woke up this morning and I said, guess what? He said, what? I said, mommy's quitting the show. He said, yes!
More deflections. Let me make it look like, I was treated so badly, and now my son is happy to have me at home, and girl.
Wow. Yes. Wow.
And it's so funny. She keeps talking about she doesn't want to put her kids out there in the midst of all this mess, but she's the one that keeps bringing them up. Isn't that ironic to you guys as well? I'm just saying.
The mouths of babes. So he was feeling the pressure, the tension, the stress too. You bring it all home.
Yeah. He actually told me when we were on our vacation a few months ago in Aruba, he actually came up and told me while we sat at that table, and I actually have it on video, and he said, Mommy, why would you go back?
Oh.
For a 7-year-old to ask me that? He said, why would you go back? And I was like, well, what would you think of me if I went back? He said, well, I don't think I would respect that decision. My son said that to me. And he said, and I said, well, why do you say that? He said, well, why don't they just tell the truth? Why are they trying to make you look like you're a bad person? I want them to know the mom that I know.
Now, isn't it funny she keep bringing up her son? And it's so funny that, remember that episode where Giselle and the rest of the girls was trying to hold her accountable, and she was talking about she don't have no remorse, and Giselle told Monique, well, I'm raising girls that would never put their hands on women, and they told me not to talk to you. That is on the right along the lines of that, because Monique shot back at Giselle and said, I would say the same thing if I heard your version. And Monique, your children, they only know your version, and they are your children. So of course they're going to be on your side. Like, girl, what is wrong with you? More deflections, more distractions, more deceptions. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not... That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make you right. And she's willing to use these children, you guys, to make herself look more innocent. Anybody's kids, I'm pretty sure I could go out and kill somebody right now and my daughter will still love me. Why? Because it's my daughter. I'm her mom. We have a bond. She loves me. Okay? Like... I wish y'all could see my face. I can't make these things up, guys. I swear I can't.
My 7-year-old said this. So you have to listen to your kids.
And you got her in the background. Oh, your son, and playing into it. Okay, just playing into the lie, honey. It's just crazy.
Voice. I always say that kids are people. You have to listen to what they're saying, and I'm not going to have my child grow up and feel like I chose a show over his safety.
See, let's make it about over his safety. Huh? Did anybody try to attack your child? Girl, you need to quit. These interviews, you guys, that she is doing is not helping her cause. I think she thinks that they are helping, but they are hurting. Okay? After this, Monique, please be done with these interviews. Please. Go on and put some of them baby oils that you done invested in. Go on and do that. Go on and do a rap song. Just do something else. No more interviews. I'm serious.
Over just integrity, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Monique, I applaud.
Did this bitch just bring up integrity? You don't have that. What's that? That should never be in the same sentence with you, honey.
You know, for doing that and putting your family first. And a lot, like I said, a lot of reality stars get stuck on these shows and they forget about the family and all that other stuff goes in the back burner. And
really quickly, you guys, I don't mean to keep interrupting, but I see a comment, and y'all know when they have comments on a chat, it goes by fast, but I wanted to say the comment really quickly. One person says, why didn't they show the IG video where Chris Samuels apologized for his words? What, to the women? And I think that now is a narrative that everybody's trying to paint. I believe this blogger, All About the Tea, says, well, they tried to make Chris look like an angry black man. No, Chris came off as an angry black man, okay? Period. You same people that's trying to defend the Samuels will be the same people that try to drag Nene. Well, she is angry. She is better. But all because you like Monique, you want to defend her and her damn husband against their damn actions. Then I keep seeing comments about why they didn't play Candace talking about the plot at the reunion. They ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Okay? Well, it was a plot. It sounds like it was a conversation where they were all listening. Candace said, it doesn't even make any sense. The baby looks like him. Production never played into it. They never showed those women plotting. They did show Chris and Monique bringing up the paternity thing on the show as far as trying to hint at Giselle, the baby is mine. And Giselle's like, whose baby would it be? We did see that. We saw Giselle talking to Robin. Do you see what I'm saying? We never really saw footage of these women plotting and talking about it. And like I said before, this is the same woman, Monique, that just dragged Jamal Bryant on the first part, and he got kids. Were you thinking about Jamal Bryant's kids? Okay, and not just the kids he has with Giselle, but what about his other innocent children? You dragged their father because you was mad at his ex-wife? But you don't feel like anybody should say anything about your family. Your family is off limits. And you pretty much dragged Sherman, a man that never said or did anything to you. Jamal Bryant got with your ass. Sherman, he just squirmed on out the door. He was like, ooh, I ain't got time for this. This show is messy. Because you was trying to drag him on the doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh, yeah. Y'all know Sherman was caught, in the park? I'm not even going to get into the story. Y'all know what the hell the story is, okay? Did you think about all of Sherman's kids when you did that? And that ex-wife was sitting up there on camera talking to you about that, and she shouldn't have been. And she did that shit because she, too, was bitter and mad at Giselle. And I believe the ex-wife, what was that, y'all? Season 3, she was saying to Monique, oh, well, Giselle is a bitch and we travel in the same circles and she should have told me she's dating my ex-husband. And girl, she don't owe you that if y'all are not friends or not. If y'all was friends like that, which I don't think y'all was. See, just because you in the same circle with people, y'all know the same people, that don't mean that they owe you a common courtesy to not date your ex. We're all dating other people's exes. Giselle said in season 3 to Karen, I always date people's exes and will continue to do that. That's the circle of life. That's how it is. So, do you see what I'm saying? Like, as much as we don't like Giselle, come on. And that's another thing. People don't like Giselle, so they want to get hung up on, well, she messy and she is. We always call Giselle to the carpet. But see, it's when we call the fan favorite to the carpet, no one wants to listen. Make it make sense.
They make the show number one, so I applaud you for this tough, and I know it was not an easy decision.
It's not. I mean, it's been fun to have this platform, to go from Chris Samuels' wife, for him to be called Monique Samuels' husband. I've been in the shadows of my husband for years. We've been together over 14 years. He was an NFL player. He was very well known. And to have that role reversal where I was the one supporting him, and then the roles change, and now he's pushing and supporting me. I mean, it's been nice, and to be able to use this as a platform to reach so many people. Do y'all hear T'Challa?
Yeah.
More deflections and distractions.
I love it.
I think that's the only way he's going to stop.
He's actually over here. Bring him over. He needs to make an appearance. Yes,
I'll let him come over. So going to being able to have this platform and already having like my business, like Not for Lazy Moms was a Facebook page before I joined the show. So to be able to take that to where it is now, I have a YouTube channel, I have a podcast, my website is doing great. The community is amazing. We're creating these partnerships with other small businesses, and it's been amazing. And now that I have Mila Eve Essentials, people have heard me talk about essential oils since I've been on the show, and to now have my own essential oils line, it's been incredible. He's on my green light. Okay.
Congratulations, gonna be the best for the fans. You are a fan favorite. People ride so hard for you because you're genuine, you're kind, and you're relatable.
If she's relatable, I don't want to be relatable. And Monique is soaking all of this up, y'all. She's all smiles, and this is somebody that loves to be admired, by people. And I know I'll get a lot of pushback, and people will say, well, you don't want nobody to like her. You can like people, you guys, but you also have to hold them accountable. Like, come on. And I would have loved for them on this interview to play devil's advocate with her, which they really never did, but whatever.
The type of housewife most of the audience can relate to. So, but you got to do what you got to do for yourself and your family. We understand, and we'll still support you. We're still behind you. You have an overwhelmingly large group of fans out there, and they ride hard for you, Monique. They don't play. So, folks, just to clarify, Monique was not fired. She received the contract. She signed the contract. But after watching part 2 and 3 of the reunion and seeing how she was edited and they left out Candace's plot.
Wait a minute. She signed the contract. So can you do that? Can you get out of the contract? Because I don't want to later hear, I signed the contract and I got to appear on a few episodes. For some reason, I feel like I may hear that. But I could be wrong. We'll see. A lot of people, you guys, is really not buying her walking away from Real Housewives of Potomac. They feel like it's just another deception, deflection, and distraction, but I digress.
Video again, just to remind people of exactly what we all saw. Production saw it. I'm pretty sure Andy Cohen saw it because he was tagged in a lot of those posts back then. I'm going to go ahead and play it real quick.
Oh, we plotted against her and Andy's baby. Is that what she said? So, exclusive, extra. Read all about it. Leave my filter on because it's going to be on the blog so I look cute. Okay, this is new information. Monique claims y'all plotted against her at Andy's baby shower. So, there was a conversation about Monique not at the shower, but after the shower. We were eating somewhere. And there were a couple of people there with me. Several people there with me. And there was a conversation about someone plotting to spread a rumor that Chase was not Chris's baby. That conversation happened. I was there for it. I never contributed to the plotation of the conversation. Ever. As a matter of fact, I said that would never fly and it should be dropped. I know that I also said that Monique talks a lot, and Robin said to me, oh, you talking about your friend? I was like, yes, but she's not here to defend herself, so let's not talk about her. And there were other things said, other kind of plotty things that were said. And I also want to say that I told Monique what was said at that dinner. But I was never a part of any plot there or anywhere else. You can hit me with any other scenarios and I will tell you what happened. I was never a part of any plot to plot against Monique. Like, it's just the narcissism. Why do you think everybody's trying to plot against you? You are not.
All right. Yeah.
So that's the video that all the Monique supporters are complaining that was not showed on the reunion. This is the thing, and I said it once and I'll say it again. You cannot come on this show being messy, bringing Sherman's ex, okay? Because yes, Giselle did not like you, but you helped to break up that relationship. Okay, you brought that man's business, that whatever happened with him and whatever woman at that time, you brought up something old and made it something new. And then you're so upset about somebody plotting against you. Bitch, you are the biggest hypocrite ever. And I think this is all a part of the Deflections, the Deceptions and Distractions tour, because you want us as the viewing audience to get distracted on how messy Giselle is. We all know that. We all have been dragging Giselle for years. And I actually liked Monique at one point more than Giselle. I've said that, right? But we not go get on all the shit that you've did. You can't disrespect people in that way in their relationships and, oh, I'm going to bring his ex around. I'm going to plot with Sharice. Remember it came out season 3 that Monique and Sharice is the ones that was bringing Kendall, who is Sherman's ex, around to make Giselle feel uncomfortable, to break up her relationship. You was doing all that for a reason, okay? And then you get your ass on that reunion season 5 and you tell that woman, Giselle, repeatedly, you don't never had no man and that man ain't never behind you and you can't keep a man, and you know, maybe, and you even said on this here interview, I'll find a little clip, hopefully, I don't want to have to do a part 3 of this. Okay. Look, Miss Robinson is kind of getting sick of the Deceptions and Deflections and Distractions tour, honey. Okay. But since I'm here. Okay. And I got a job to do. You can't do all of that and then be like, oh, well, my kids is off limits and That's not how life goes. When you fuck over anybody. And in the words of Funky Dineva, you can't fuck somebody over and tell them how mad to get at what you did. So Giselle, if she was gossiping about you, if she heard gossip about you, what did you expect, bitch? You started it and she was gonna finish it. Okay? All right? You knew that she had been, what? Gossiping about you and the paternity of your baby and the affair you allegedly had and this, that, and the third. You knew of all of that, and let me remind you of something. You still let that woman in your house. You still let her come to the lake house. Okay, because you could have just told her to stay her gossiping ass at home. You didn't do that, okay? You were so mad at Sharice and that you took a picture with her right by her, not a few steps over away from her, not, give me some distance, let me social distance from this bitch during this picture, because I can't stand her so much because she's spreading all these hateful lies and rumors about my child. No, you had no space in between you. There's a picture of you online, and I'm sure Perfect Patty, you have seen that photo of you and Sharice standing right by each other, smiling. And that does not look good, Monique supporters, okay? And then what some of you all will say, and I saw it in my comments, oh, well, you got to keep your enemies close. Shut the fuck up. That's more deflections and distractions. Y'all need to quit with that shit. That fake ass shit. If she really had a problem with these people, she should have brought the shit up when it was going down 2 years ago. Who the fuck waits 2 years to get all huffing and puffing? No, you waited for a reason. You're a very calculated and manipulative person. You know why you know why you waited? Because you waited until you fucked up. And so you could, maneuver out of the situation and make it more about how these ladies are plotting on you and how dare they, and because you were being held, there's that word, accountable for what you did to Candace. You knew you fucked up, okay? What do you say on Menace to Society? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up. You knew it. All right, when we all mess up in life, we all instinctually know it. It's that voice you don't want to hear, okay? It don't matter if it come from other people. You knew in your mind you messed up, so you was like, you know what? I'll flip it. Let me get out here before the show airs. Let me get ahead of the story, okay? And let me let everybody know that Candace threw a drink at me and I was responding. Because a lot of us, we believe that bullshit, but I told y'all I need to see the whole thing first. You wanted us to believe that, and then you begin deflecting and distracting even more, and you brought this whole situation about the paternity of your baby, and your innocent baby is gonna see this, and ain't nobody gonna care about y'all once that baby becomes 14, 15. We're gonna be on to something else. Bitch, you are not that important. That's the narcissism of it. Okay? That you think that you are that important. All right?
So ignorant.
Oh, Lord.
You gotta laugh. Now, did she ever come to you directly after that dinner, after Andy's baby shower, and say, Monique, here's what was said, here's what they're plotting to do?
No. She went and told Karen. So Karen calls me, and she's just casually talking like, I cannot believe Giselle. I can't believe that she would come after an innocent child. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
And can we really believe Karen is the lying she done did this season? And saw Candace attacked, and you saw the whole fight, and then Karen, you was still saying shit like, well, I gotta wait for all the truth to come out, and then you try to use Candace's words against her. Then you go to Candace's boss and try to get her fired and you talking about you worried about your safety from a motherfucker that don't even fight, but yet you're overly defending the person that is Mortal Kombat. Okay, like, girl, make it make sense. I can't believe what Karen say after all them lies. Like, if Candace wouldn't have shared that story she shared about Karen at the reunion calling her boss, I would have still had my same mindset about Karen. But I don't trust Karen like that no more. She still dressed sharp. She still has some qualities that I like about her. But once you get to doing all this unnecessary lying, and you know that this person has had a traumatic season, right? You know, she got attacked in front of everybody. She's embarrassed. You done seen her go through all of these emotional stages. You know she's very much so affected by this fight, and you try to get her fired? That's like seeing a knife that's, in somebody's back and one of your friends' back, and you say, well, bitch, instead of helping you take the knife out, I got another one, but this time I'm going to stab you from the front. That's some backstabbing ass shit that Karen did. I was shocked. Because I knew Karen, would lie and, maneuver out of shit here and there because of Robin and Giselle. They always fucking with her. That's what it looked like on camera. Okay, they do be messing with her and coming for her businesses. So I had always defended Karen because I felt like, well, hell, she don't want y'all to know all her business. But yeah, all that lying and trying to take down somebody that you claim that you Monique friend and you can't, nah, bitch. Nah, that was phony for Karen to do that, you guys. That was some low down shit. But let's get up off of her. But yeah, I don't know if I could trust what Karen say.
That, what they were talking about after Andy's baby shower. And I was like, well, who are talking about? What are you talking about? She said, wait, Candace didn't tell you? I'm like, Candace didn't tell me what? And she's like, oh my God. She's like, okay, let me start from the beginning. Karen told me everything. At that time, I had not talked to Candace. This is when season 4 was airing. So Candace and I were kind of beefing because of the whole Amistad comment. And she started talking crazy on Twitter, so me and her weren't communicating. At the time that I finally did talk to Candace, it was after reunion when we hugged it out. She came over to my house the weekend before we started filming season 5. Mm-hmm. And that's when I brought it up and I said, what happened and how did you contribute to the conversation? Now, at that point, I had already heard from other people who were at the dinner that Candace was cheerleading the conversation along as well. So,
I don't believe that. Why did you have her at your house? And I don't know. It's not making any sense.
So while she may have been the one to speak up and say, well, no, that won't fly because the baby looks just like Chris, you were still cheerleading other things.
First off, she's a part of the cast. So if they are all at Andy's baby shower as Real Housewives of Potomac, because she's your friend, she can't be around them and talk with them. It was okay when you was around them gossiping and trying to ice people out. It was okay for you, Miss Perfect Patty, this season. See, she has one set of rules for her, and she got another set for you. And I'm a person, I'm like this. Even if Candace was in on the plot or storyline, whatever, I wouldn't really even care because of how you treated her horribly season 4. You turned against her when you revealed her text messages about Ashley, threw her under the bus to save your own ass. See, right then and there, you were showing us how you really roll. Okay? It's right there. So you've always threw this girl under the bus. Season 3, go back and watch my videos of how her and Ashley was trying to get Candace to come at Sharice and Giselle and check them about talking about how her mother helps to take care of her, and she was, I would have been all up in their face like this, and I would have did this, and see, all that fighting and shit was always in you, okay? It just came out at a later date with somebody that you knew you could take because you know you's a coward.
And that's probably why Robin said, "Are you talking about your friend?" And then he says, "Oh, well, Monique's not here to defend herself." But the point is, she never came
See,
back.
she skips over that.
Back and said, like, "Girl, can you believe what they're trying to do?" She never did any of that. So
why? And you too busy throwing her under the bus. And I don't want to hear people say, "Oh yeah, but they made up at the reunion," and I don't know. I just believe and trust Candace a little bit more. Because Candace probably got wise and was like, bitch, I already caught you throwing me under the bus. And I'm done being loyal. It did not serve Candace at all to be loyal to Monique. Monique was never going to return the loyalty. Period. I don't care what nobody say. She could have defended that girl all day and this bitch still would have attacked her. I don't think she ever really, I think she put up with Candace for the show, but you guys, but I don't think she ever really liked her like that. This is not somebody that, you know, even when friends are mad at each other, you know how it's still some love there and you like, you know, I don't know. It's still like something you could pick up on. I just see somebody that just don't like Candace. And I think it's always been there and Candace didn't know it. You know, she saw a few of the things she did and, you know, kept forgiving her. And then this bitch true colors came out. I think they were always frenemies in Monique's eyes. Like, I'm your friend, but only when it's convenient. And Candace said, and I'll never forget, I heard her say, Monique acts one way with me on camera with them women, and when we're alone, it's something totally different. I believe that happened season 5, where they showed your phony ass getting upset with her and, you know, acting all dismissive with her on camera. And then when you thought the motherfucking cameras had stopped rolling, you was trying to be cool with her and hug her. And Candace was like, girl, get your fake ass off me. You just said that you didn't, you know, you're not feeling me right now. You mad all up in your feelings. Monique is fake as hell.
At the point where me and her talk, she only told me portions of the conversation. And then once we started filming season 5, when we sat down and had lunch, she started telling on herself. So now, I'm just like...
I have like so many things to ask you, but I wanted to ask you, you know, wrapping up the last couple of seasons, what's the rose and the thorn? Kind of what's the high point and what's the low point for you? Aside from the fight, we know that's a low point, but aside from the fight.
Oh God, from just this season or all the seasons?
All the seasons. You can pick from it. For making vulnerability not just about crying. Because I think people associate vulnerability with lots of tears. But I love that...
Once again, taking a dig at Candace for crying.
You were stoic and still vulnerable. I think that...
She was not vulnerable. She got vulnerable once she saw one of her acts wasn't working, then she shifted. I seen it at the reunion. Andy was looking at her like, you act like you don't care. Remember what she said? Oh, I'm not made like that. I'm not built like that. Then it turned into, oh, I am upset. Well, then, you know, I am upset about the situation. And then Andy was looking at her confused like, well, then just say that. You acting all dry about the situation. Do you see... I can't make these things up, guys. Really quickly, guys, I'm about to share a clip of Monique talking about the ladies on Real Housewives of Potomac, particularly Giselle, and what she needs to do to keep a man. Remember, this woman is so defined by having a man, having her husband. She has no identity to me outside of her husband and being a mom. And to me, that's very dangerous. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know who I am. I can't stand on my own. And I really cannot stand women that are like that. I love love. I'm all for people being in healthy relationships and marriages, you know, but you should not be so overly defined by your relationship. And honestly, you shouldn't judge others, because it does not freaking matter who Giselle has in her bed. That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. It has nothing to do with you. Okay? We all know that you with that man because that money there. And you didn't have that money, okay, before that man. So, girl, and you was still, how great is your husband? Because allegedly, honey, they saying that you was messing with the damn trainer that looked way better than your man. And Gigi said that you starting to find other men attractive. So you're not into that man like that. That's another lie, another distraction that you want us to believe. You so in love. You got the black family and we so perfect. And girl.
Question for Monique.
Heck yeah. Let's go. Let's go. What's up with Andy, Monique? What was up with Andy?
I've said it all season. The love that you and your husband have, that's called agape love. And to his point, hurt people do hurt people, because what you have, aside from the fabulousness and the beauty, is you have a real...
Once again, focusing on how pretty she is. Giselle, to me, is just as pretty, if not more. So, Giselle ain't jealous of you like that, girl. You know what I'm saying? We may have seen the catty behavior, you guys, with Giselle in the beginning. I'm not going to act like I didn't see it. We're not going to make this a black and white issue. That's what we saw in the beginning, but it's all about what we are seeing now. Do you see what I'm saying?
Loving marriage. And the only time they somewhat bonded with you was the season when you guys went to France and you and Chris had a little rift before your birthday.
Look at that. How do we know that was a little rift? Okay? Your man should not be pissing you off on your motherfucking birthday. Period. I don't care how long you've been married. That's very toxic. And she mentioned, y'all remember that clip, that it's about, you know, it was about the fact that her birthday is about her. He didn't like that. That's just very weird. Chris Samuels' behavior is very misogynistic. Y'all remember when she first got on the show? He want me barefoot and pregnant. And remember she was struggling with that last baby. And he kept talking about he want to get her pregnant some more. I'm like, why don't your big ass carry one of the damn kids? Shit, oh, ham hog eating ass. Child. I don't know. People act like I don't see things. Him doing the fellatio act in front of the group. Oh, it was a joke. That shit wasn't no joke. That wasn't no joke. That's how you look at your wife, as a damn sexual object. There to feed you, fuck you, give you babies, and that's what it is. I'm not at all saying he don't love her, but they have some shit in their marriage that is not squeaky clean. Give me a break.
Birthday, and then all of a sudden they came to your rescue. But it's like that love that they want. So I want to know,
how do you know they want that type of love? This is what I'm saying, the delusions that people have. I told y'all, shit, I would rather be with Wine, with his fine ass, okay? Well, it took Juan a long time to marry Robin. Yeah, it did. And Robin was willing to what? Wait for that man. She probably could get with a Chris Samuels if she wanted to. Somebody like him. Do you see what I'm saying? Not everybody wants that. Okay? He ain't the best husband because he don't hold her ass accountable either. He out here popping off, acting a damn fool.
Maybe we can help them out a little bit, Monique. Tell them the secret to keeping a man.
Ain't no keeping a man. That man gotta want to be kept first. Okay? Period.
And having a successful marriage. Let's help them out a little bit, Monique.
Yes. Well, the first thing to do is to find a man, or let the man find you, and not look for a dollar sign attached to the man and make that the only reason that you want him to be around.
Bitch, please, you didn't have shit before you married Chris. And according to Gigi, honey, you act like Gigi ain't out here spreading all your business. Gigi said y'all looked up how much Chris Samuels was worth. You knew that he had a girlfriend, and then you still was trying to shoot your shot with him. That's probably why that mother had so much disdain for her. Yeah, the lady was, nasty with her. But see, we never know the stories behind the things we see on these shows. So, and then you buddy with Portia, who pretty much dates men just for the money. We saw it with Cordell. We saw it with Dennis, and I'm not at all saying get a broke man, but the shit that you saying, it's not making any sense. It does not reflect well on who you're friends with and on your actions. We've seen different.
It cannot be all about what you can get from that man. What are you giving? You can walk in the door and have a beautiful
What did you have to bring to the table in your situation?
face and a banging body, but what you selling after that? What's coming with it? What is your brain like? What do you think like? When you sit back and act like you're so beautiful and you're on this pedestal and people are supposed to bow down to you, that's a turnoff. And what will they do? They're going to quit it, and be on to the next one. What we see every year.
See, she coming for her. That's what we see every year. What about that year that you fucked up their relationship with that shit you brought on the show with Sherman? See, everybody, they don't want all they past business out there. You shooting a show with Giselle. You keep your smoke with Giselle. Okay? Not with the man that she with and any mistakes that he may have made in the past. You kept doing that. But yet nobody should talk about your family.
So she needs to change. I'm talking directly to Giselle right now. She needs to change her mindset about how men are supposed to be for her, and she needs to bring something to the table. Oh, thank you for that word. Amen.
And because they so up her ass, they go just believe that bullshit. But I digress. I want to mention this point. I didn't really remember them talking about this, but she compares her upbringing to Candace. Girl, you didn't have the money that Candace has. Stop them damn lies. Don't compete where you don't even compare.
How Candace always speaks of how folks are raised, yet Monique shows growth, and Candace continues to show spoiled brat. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, none of the women really even know about how I was raised. They never asked. They never asked. Nobody ever asked, how did you grow up? I mean, we literally, my family and I, we started from the bottom and we ended up doing quite well. We had a 4-bedroom house in Pleasantville, New Jersey. My dad tractor trailer trucks, pulling in over $100,000 a year for each truck. Like, we were doing well growing up. But the difference between Candace and I is that when I was 19 and I left college, my parents also said, give me that purse, give me that wallet. You leaving college, you go figure out life on your own. And
your parents, because they didn't have Dorothy's money. Tell that part of the story. Y'all, she's so trifling.
That's what I chose to do, and I did that. And I went through bumps in the road on my way, but I was able to learn and mature and grow without my parents' purse strings supporting me. So
they couldn't afford to support your broke ass. Just keep it real. There is nothing wrong with a black mother helping her black daughter. We need to quit with this. You got to struggle for every damn thing. And you got to do this. We see white people spoiling their kids all the time. It's only a problem when it's somebody black. Y'all pay attention to that.
That's the difference between the two of us. I may not have grew up in a country club, but I grew up in...
No, you ain't grow up in no damn country club. And we saw that in that damn barn y'all was in when you got the dragging folks and carrying on. Girl, a lie don't care who tell it.
The house, and it was paid for, and it was ours. And a great school system, and you know, and we had
a great school system, and your vocabulary still ain't up there with Candace's, girl.
Great life growing up. I mean, my household, I had a 2-parent household. Everything wasn't always perfect, but my parents did the best they could. And
they did the best that they could. Better known as they didn't have that much money. I'm not making fun of it, but I'm just trying to make sense of it. Like, just admit that you didn't have the life that Candace had. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about all of this. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about Monique and her interview, honey, with All About the Tea. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.